Reagan, and today I'm doing another fall themed video. As I mentioned on some of my social platforms, I'm doing a week of fall themed videos because fall is my favorite, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys can agree. I've already done a fall recommendations video, which I'll leave linked down below, but today I'm going to do the top books I personally want to read this fall. As I mentioned, I love fall. I have a cozy sweater on, I have my new favorite fall lipstick. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to snuggle up under a cozy blanket with a hot drink and just get down to reading. Okay? That's what I want. But yes, without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump right in. The first book I'm going to talk about is the book I'm actually currently reading, which I started yesterday, and that is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I picked this up yesterday and quickly read half of it. I am absolutely loving this story. This is actually a reread for me this season. Like what's been happening to me all year, liking it better the second time I read it compared to the first time. This is Victoria Schwab's adult fantasy novel where it follows 4 parallel Londons. There's Grey London, Red London, White London, and Black London. Grey London has no magic, it's kind of our world. Red London has a lot of magic and it thrives there. White London is being drained of magic and is controlled by power and the search of. And then Black London is the place that has been destroyed and no one can get to. We follow our main character Kel, who can jump between these parallel Londons, and a lot of magic and drama ensues. We also follow our other main character Lila, who is a thief and want to be pirate in Grey London, obviously in a world that doesn't have magic, and Kel and Lila go on an adventure together. As I said, this is a reread for me, but I am loving it so far. It is such a great book full of adventure and fun, and it's just so clever and charming. I don't know. I'm super excited I picked this up. I'm absolutely flying through it, not gonna lie. The next book I'm gonna recommend is an obvious one, and I just wanted to quickly show it off. And that is One Dark Throne. Obviously, this is the first book, 3 Dark Crowns. One Dark Throne actually comes out today, and I'm anxiously waiting for its arrival. It's definitely the next book I'm gonna pick up. But this is Kendar Blake's dark fantasy novel, which I feel like I've ceaselessly talked about on my channel, so I'm going to be brief. But it's a matriarchy, 3 sisters that have to kill each other for the throne. It involves magic, from poison to natural magic to animal controlling. It's great, it's dark, it's delicious, it has a lot of perspectives, and it's just so good. It feels like a folklore tale told you at a fire at night, and you're just like gripped, and you want to know what happens next. It's amazing. I clearly want to know what happens next because I really want to read the next book in this series, so yes. The next book I want to pick up is Vengeance Road by Erin Bowman. This has been on my list for so long, and I know it's a story that I feel like I'm just really going to enjoy. It is a Western YA tale. I recently read Walk on Earth a Stranger by Ray Carson, which is not the same type of story. That's a Gold Rush era story, but I feel like a similar time period Americana history setting is something that I really enjoyed, especially with some fantastical elements brought in there, and the second book comes out very soon, so I really feel like I want to jump on this tale as quickly as I can because I love adventure and I feel like I'm really gonna like a Western fantasy version of that. Next up is another new release, and that is The Dreadful Tale of Prosper Redding by Alexander Bracken. I'm so pumped about this book. I just personally think it's gonna be everything I love about middle grade plus more. This is a dark middle grade tale following our main character Prosper Redding, who is part of a very powerful and rich and wealthy family. However, the family was cursed about 8 generations ago by a demon when one of the family members made a deal with it. Prosper Redding is actually taken over by this demon that that the family made a deal with so long ago, and the demon is set out to destroy the family, and Prosper is obviously trying to keep his life together and not destroyed by a demon. It just sounds mischievous, whimsical, and also quite funny. Reading the synopsis, it has this like wit and charm to it. I feel like it's gonna make this book so much fun as well as very, very dark. I don't know, I love charmingly dark books. Think like the Series of Unfortunate Events, especially in a middle grade setting, so I feel like I'm really, really gonna enjoy this. The next book I want to read is another dark novel, and that is Scythe by Neal Shusterman. I actually haven't read a Neal Shusterman novel in a while, and I really, really enjoy his novels. I've read a lot of them, especially through high school. This is a dark tale that's set in a world where essentially all bad things have been eradicated. These, death, hunger, wanting have all been, taken out of the society. So the only way that people can die is from a individual who is the Scythe. And we follow our main character who is a Scythe in training and basically learning to take people's lives. This just sounds dark but also incredibly unique. I was very much drawn in by this synopsis and definitely put in a situation of like, tell me more. how is that gonna unfold? I feel like New Schusterman does a really great job with societal commentary and bringing it into a dystopian landscape that also feels too eerily similar to our own, and I'm excited to see how this unfolds. The next book should not be a surprise at all, and that is the Queen of Atolla. This is the second book to the Thief series. I read the first one last month, really enjoyed it, and I also talked about in my wrap-up how I wanted to continue on with the series, so I really want to do that this fall. I have all 4 books, so I'm actually hoping to read more than just the next installment. But this is a story that follows our main character, who is the best thief of them all. He can steal anything, and at the beginning of the first novel, he is in prison. He makes a deal with the king and the king's advisor to steal an impossible item. I will say the world at the end of the first book, the thief, was really broken open in a way that really made me want to continue on. I feel like it's only going to get more and more complex with each novel, and I'm really excited to see where the characters end up in books 2, 3, and 4. And the next book I really want to get to is The Dragons of Nova by Elise Kova. I recommended the first novel, The Alchemist of Loom, in my fall recommendations video because I really enjoyed it and I read it over the summer. The third book of this actually comes out this winter, and I'm also highly anticipating that. The first book ended on quite the cliffhanger, and I really enjoyed it. It is a very unique urban fantasy setting that is a multi-perspective novel. It's basically organized where the humans are organized and distributed by guilds and by the kind of work they produce. Think like, you know, the guild system of, you know, our history. And they are ruled by their dragon overlords who have magical abilities. Our main character, the White Wraith, kills dragons, harvests their organs, and then, you know, sells them because of a human translates their organs with the dragon's organs. They get magical powers. It's a very complicated political story, lots of action, kind of violent, but very good. I can't wait to see where the next installment takes us, as I really loved the first book, so I really want to get to this fall as well. Alrighty guys, those are the top books I want to get to this fall. Let me know down below some books you really want to get to this season, as I would love to know. Also, feel free to recommend any new upcoming books to me, or books that you love that are dark. Specifically, I'm always looking for new dark reads, especially fantasy. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon with another one soon. Goodbye!